Hey, everyone, how's it going? Today, we're diving into a very special topic, spiritual awakening. And listen, if you're here right now watching this video, that's already a sign that something inside of you is seeking a deeper connection with your own essence. Have you ever stopped to think that life could be so much more than what we see and feel in our daily routines? Maybe you're going through moments where everything feels a bit confusing, but at the same time, you feel like you're starting to see things differently, clearer, more spiritually. Could it be that you're spiritually awakening? But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos about Spiritism, mediumship, reincarnation, and everything related to the spiritual journey. Alright? And drop a comment below sharing what you're hoping to learn today. I'd love to hear what's on your mind. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 signs that show you're awakening spiritually. We'll explore together what awakening means, how it affects your life, and how understanding these signs can help with your spiritual growth. So, grab your coffee or tea, get comfy, and let's dive in. So, let's dive right into the first sign that you might be spiritually awakening. Heightened sensitivity to the energies around you. You know that moment when you walk into a room and instantly feel a different energy in the air, almost like the space is heavy, or on the flip side, filled with a positive, welcoming vibe? If you've experienced that, it could be a sign that your spiritual perception is expanding. Here's the thing. This sensitivity isn't just about what you see or hear, but more about what you feel. Spiritual awakening often starts in this very subtle way. At first, you might not even realize it, but over time you start noticing that you're more aware of the vibrations around you. Whether it's at a party, a dinner with friends, or even a quick visit to a family member's house, something shifts in how you pick up on the energy of a place. This is really common for people who are on the path to spiritual awakening. Now, think about it. Have you ever walked into a place and felt an unexplainable discomfort? Or, on the other hand, have you felt such deep peace in a space that it seemed like the whole room was vibrating in harmony? This happens because, as we awaken spiritually, our soul starts tuning in more intensely to subtle energies, the ones that go beyond the physical. What once slipped by unnoticed now becomes much clearer. In Spiritism, we learn that these sensations can be connected to our ability to pick up on spiritual vibrations. In the Medium's book, Allan Kardec explains this in detail, saying that we all have this sensitivity to some degree. It can show up in different ways, whether through mediumship or simply a heightened awareness of the people and environments around us. Do you see how this is a sign that your spirituality is expanding? Let me share a quick story with you. I know someone who, after starting to study Spiritism and becoming more open to spiritual matters, found that they could no longer stay in certain places for long periods of time. They would say they felt suffocated in environments with heavy, dense energy, like they were carrying a weight that wasn't theirs. When we begin to awaken spiritually, it's common to feel like we're picking up on other people's energies, and that can be pretty overwhelming at first. Now, here's a practical tip. If you feel like you're absorbing these energies and don't know what to do, try a simple grounding exercise. It's all about reconnecting with the earth. Take a moment to go to a park or garden, kick off your shoes, and feel the ground beneath your feet. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine you're releasing all the heavy energy into the earth, while at the same time receiving balancing and peaceful energy in return. This kind of practice helps stabilize your energy and protect you from taking on vibrations that aren't yours. What about you? Have you noticed this change in sensitivity in your life? Have you had an experience like this? If so, share it in the comments. Now let's talk about another strong sign that you're spiritually awakening. The deep questions that start surfacing. Yep, I'm talking about those moments when you catch yourself asking things that never even crossed your mind before. Questions like, who am I really? Why am I here? What's the purpose of my existence? These kinds of questions are totally normal when we begin to awaken spiritually. It's like something inside you is being nudged, prompting you to question the meaning of everything. Have you felt that? Like your daily routine, with all its tasks and worries, suddenly seems superficial? Here's the thing. When you start seriously questioning the meaning of life, it's a huge sign that your spirit is seeking deeper answers. Your soul wants more than just the day-to-day experiences. It craves to understand the why behind it all. And in Spiritism, we have a clear understanding that life isn't just this one existence on Earth. We are eternal spirits, living a material experience to learn, evolve, and grow. So, these questions you're feeling aren't just curiosity. They're a genuine search to understand your role in this cycle of evolution. A lot of people, when they start to spiritually awaken, end up feeling a bit lost during this process. It's common to hear people say, "I used to think I knew exactly what I wanted out of life, but now it feels like none of it makes sense." If you're feeling this way, know that it's totally normal. Awakening brings this kind of restlessness because it pushes us out of our comfort zone and makes us search for a deeper meaning in everything. This search can lead you down some incredible paths. Some people dive into studying philosophy, others explore religions or spiritual doctrines like Spiritism, which offers a very logical and comforting perspective on why we're here. Reincarnation, for instance, gives us a much broader view of our purpose, showing us that we're here to complete a cycle of learning that spans multiple lifetimes. Let me share something with you. I have a friend who was always super focused on her work, career, and goals. But one day, out of nowhere, she started feeling like none of it made sense anymore. She began asking herself, "Is my life's purpose really just about working and accumulating material things?" That kind of questioning led her to explore spirituality, and today she's a completely different person, way more in tune with her inner self and the understanding that true happiness doesn't come from material things, but from learning and spiritual growth. So, if you're going through this kind of questioning, embrace it. It's an invitation from your spirit to start seeking more, to discover the true meaning of your journey. Don't worry if the answers don't come right away. What's important is to keep reflecting and searching. How have you been dealing with these kinds of questions? Do you feel the need to search for something beyond the surface? All right, everyone, let's talk about one of the most transformative signs of spiritual awakening: the shift in how you see life. Have you ever experienced a moment when things that once seemed super important suddenly lose their weight? It's like what used to be at the center of your life, status, career, material success, starts to feel like just one piece of the puzzle, not the whole picture. Has that ever happened to you? When we awaken spiritually, we start to realize that life holds a much deeper meaning than just achieving things or accumulating possessions. Don't get me wrong, those accomplishments still matter. We all know that living in the physical world comes with its challenges, and we do have to deal with material matters. But at the same time, you begin to see that what truly matters is something else. Human connections, personal growth, how we treat others. These things take on a much greater significance. This is often when people feel a real sense of disconnection from the life they once lived. You might notice that certain friendships or environments no longer resonate with you, or that the goals you once had don't bring the same satisfaction anymore. It's as if something inside you is urging you to change direction. And let's be honest, this isn't always easy. It's no wonder so many people feel an internal crisis as they begin to go through this shift in perspective. Here's something interesting. In Spiritism, we learn that this is all part of our process of evolution. As the spirit detaches from material illusions and draws closer to its true essence, it's only natural to start questioning choices and priorities. Allan Kardec, in the Gospel According to Spiritism, talks a lot about the importance of seeking moral and spiritual growth beyond earthly achievements. He reminds us that the true treasure isn't what we accumulate here, but what we carry to the spiritual realm. The lessons we've learned, the virtues we've cultivated, and the good we've done for others. So, have you experienced this shift in perspective? Have you caught yourself questioning whether what you once thought was important still makes sense now? It's a powerful question, right? Because it forces us to reassess how we're spending our time and energy. Let me give you a real-life example. I know someone who, for many years, was completely focused on their career, on climbing the ladder, and accumulating material success. But at a certain point, they started to feel an emptiness, like all the effort to achieve these goals wasn't bringing the happiness they had expected. That's when they turned to spirituality for answers, and little by little, their entire worldview changed. Today, that person says their greatest achievement was learning to value the small things, the moments of connection, and caring for others. That's what truly transforms someone's life. If you're going through this right now, I want you to know, it's completely normal to feel like something's not right, or that I should be searching for something more. This is your spirit calling you toward a life with greater purpose. It might feel a little challenging at first, but it's in this shift that you'll find a truer, more aligned path with your essence. Tell me, have you felt this change happening in your life? How are you handling this internal transformation? Now, let's move on to the fourth sign, the feeling of oneness with everything. This is one of those signs that, when it happens, brings such a deep sense of peace that it's hard to even put into words. It's like you suddenly realize that you're not alone, that you're part of something so much bigger, and that everything around you is interconnected. Have you ever felt something like that? As spiritual awakening unfolds, we begin to notice this connection with the universe, with nature, with other people, animals, and even the events in our lives. It's like everything is woven together, like a grand web of energy that ties every being and every experience together. And trust me, this realization is profoundly transformative. In Spiritism, we learn that we are all immortal spirits, part of a greater divine creation. This means that each of us is connected to this larger whole, and that our actions, thoughts, and emotions don't just affect our lives, but also the people and environment around us. Allan Kardec talks about this when he discusses the concept of universal brotherhood, the idea that we are all united by the same spiritual essence. And this feeling of oneness with everything isn't just an abstract idea, it shows up in very concrete ways in our lives. You know, when you look at nature and feel a deep sense of gratitude, or when you see someone you don't even know, yet you feel empathy, as if you can step into their shoes. That's what we call compassion, and it's a direct reflection of this sense of unity. Let me share an example with you. The other day, a friend of mine told me that after she started meditating and connecting more with spirituality, she began to feel a deep bond with nature. Before, she would walk past a tree or a garden without noticing much. Now, she says she can feel the energy of the plants. She can sense life vibrating in every leaf and every flower. To me, that's a clear example of how spiritual awakening changes our perception, helping us realize that we're all part of this grand web of life. And you can easily tap into this in your own life. Next time you're outside, take a moment to pause. Look around you. Feel the wind, the warmth of the sun. Listen to the sounds of nature. Close your eyes and imagine you're connecting with the energy that flows through everything. Do this every now and then and notice how this sense of oneness can bring incredible calm and clarity. Moreover, this feeling of unity also leads to a deeper sense of responsibility. When we realize we're all connected, we start to think more carefully about our choices and actions. How we treat others, how we care for the planet, how we influence the energy around us. All of this becomes much more meaningful. Have you ever had that sense of being deeply connected to everything around you? Like somehow, everything is part of a bigger plan? If so, share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear how this feeling of oneness shows up in your life. And if you haven't had that experience yet, don't worry. It'll come when the time is right on your path to awakening. All right, everyone, we've reached the fifth and final sign, but it's definitely not the least important. The desire for continuous growth and evolution. This is one of the most powerful signs that you're spiritually awakening. It's when you start feeling an almost irresistible need to learn more, to transform, to better yourself as a human being and, of course, as a spirit. And let me tell you, once this desire awakens, it never goes away. Have you ever felt this? This desire to evolve is like an internal flame. The more you discover, the more you want to know. It's not just about gaining theoretical knowledge, but about truly understanding yourself, your emotions, your reactions, the reasons behind your choices. It's as if something inside of you is pushing you forward, telling you, hey, there's more to learn. Let's go. And that's amazing because spiritual awakening isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process, a lifelong journey of growth, and, in fact, it extends beyond this life. If you feel this urge to dive deeper into spiritual topics, to understand more about yourself and the universe, that's a great sign. It means your spirit is waking up to the reality that we're here to evolve. In Spiritism, we learn that evolution is the fundamental law of life. Allan Kardec, in the Spirit's book, explains that all of us, without exception, are on a path of progress. We are here to learn, correct our mistakes, and become better beings. This desire for growth can manifest in many ways. Some people feel a strong need to help others, to do good in some way. Others dive into studying spirituality, starting to meditate, or exploring practices that connect body and soul. And some express this desire through art, music, or even in their work, but with a new perspective, more aligned with the idea of serving and contributing to the greater good. It's like life starts to have a bigger purpose beyond just oneself. Do you feel that? I know people who, after spiritually awakening, realized they needed to completely change course in life. It wasn't easy. Many start to question their careers, relationships, and daily habits. Not because these things are bad, but because suddenly they don't feel aligned with what they're seeking internally anymore. And what are they seeking? Growth, transformation, evolution can be challenging but also incredibly freeing. Now, here's something important I want to tell you. Don't rush. Sometimes, when we start feeling this need to evolve, we can get anxious, like we want to solve everything at once, to discover all the answers immediately. But take it easy. The process of spiritual evolution has no end. And that's what makes it so beautiful. We're always growing, always learning. Every new day, every new experience is an opportunity to evolve. A practice that can really help you along this journey is meditation. Meditation, besides calming the mind, helps us connect with our essence, with the deepest parts of ourselves. If you've never meditated before, don't worry. You can start with something simple. 5 minutes of silence, focusing only on your breath. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Let your thoughts come and go without holding on to them. Over time, you'll notice that this small daily exercise brings more clarity, more peace, and helps you better understand what your spirit is seeking. Another thing to remember is that this desire for growth isn't just about personal evolution. When we start to awaken spiritually, we feel a calling to help others grow as well. This might be through a kind gesture, a word of encouragement, or simply being present for someone who needs it. Sometimes just listening attentively to someone is a way of helping them evolve, and it helps you evolve too. So, tell me, have you felt this desire for continuous growth and evolution? How has it shown up in your life? And what steps are you taking to nurture it? Let me know in the comments below. So, everyone, those were the 5 signs that you're spiritually awakening. To recap, heightened sensitivity to energies, deep questioning about life, a shift in how you see the world, a feeling of oneness with everything, and a constant desire for growth and evolution. If you've recognized some of these signs in your life, congratulations. It means you're on the path to profound transformation. The most important thing to remember is that each of us has our own time and unique journey. Don't compare yourself to others, but keep seeking your growth with humility and an open heart to learn. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to keep following this spiritual journey with us. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming videos, and of course, share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, everyone, wishing you all much light and peace.